Dear citizens of S.I.S.T.E.R. This is a nationally released video from S.I.S.T.E.R. to the people. To ensure full trust and future compliance, we will show you a video compilation of the effects that S.I.S.T.E.R. can have for the safety of S.I.S.T.E.R. and its people. This is a big thing. I'm sure. Anytime the government tells me something, you know it has to be only in my best interest. Okay, maybe I could have left this one on screen longer, but Subject 1. Stalker. Sins. High likelihood of her actions accelerating into acts of harm to the people of Astropia. Subject reported to police on multiple occasions. Father is chief of police, therefore no actions were taken. Crime, conspiracy, home invasion, assault, attempted murder, intimidation, mayhem, invasion of privacy, method elimination. Solution. Our intelligence located the subject in front of her ex-lover's house, peeking in from behind the bushes of his garden. After the subject was rendered unconscious by use of chloroform, she was put into the armored transport vehicle of the S.I.S.T.E.R. agents. The vehicle soon began driving, en route to the nearest disposal facility. Status: deceased. She acted in a way we didn't like, although there was some breaking and entering involved, so she clearly wasn't a great person and got off scot-free with the cops, and was killed for it. Probably a little extreme, but she wasn't a good person at the end of the day. This isn't like, hey, this person looked at me funny. Dead. Although, given the fact that it's the government telling me this, I automatically be like, yeah, I don't believe you fully. I need to see this footage. But they're not gonna do it. Just be like, no, trust me, bro. Trust me. Subject 2. Corrupt sector security. Sins. Corrupted sector security member, soon to be promoted to commander. He'd been bribed many times to ignore crimes by Subject 5. Hosted innocents at Subject 5's command. Planting evidence. Police brutality caused traffic accidents lower. Home invasion, breaking and entering, many searches without a warrant, 107 wrongful arrested. You know, how many, at some points, to follow the other cops for not being like, hey, asshole, knock it off. Method elimination. 107. I wonder what deck he played. Jeez. Solution. S.I.S.T.E.R. agent used her dual spirit to ignite the fuel within the police vehicle of the subject. Subject was blown up and left inside the burning car. Fire department was called 10 minutes in advance. Fire department was left to confront the wife and kids to the subject. Status: deceased. Okay, they're not upstanding citizens, but I don't think murder is the right answer in this scenario. Like, jail time, absolutely. But murder? He's a crooked cop, yes, but come on. Let's see, this man let someone off too many times. I mean, granted, there's police brutality and all that stuff, but I don't think the appropriate result it should be blow him up. What's the next one gonna be? He jaywalked. Give him the guillotine. I just like if the cops were, the fire department was told in on 10 minutes in advance and be like, okay, now you console the crying children. And we're not gonna do it. S.I.S.T.E.R. doesn't have to do that part. You, fire department, you take care of it. Subject 3. Corrupt judge. Did you just go on Google, find the first 2 images you found, and put in black and white? Sins. Corrupt judge operating in every court case, rendering Subject 5. Hiding evidence for Subject 5. Who is well, we're gonna get to Subject 5. Many innocent declared by her guilt. Perjury, obstruction of justice, wrong verdicts, declared in court, improper conduct. Method: exposure. Well, at least we're not killing someone this time. So it's a crooked judge that's that just calling in call is wrong. I mean, that happens in real life sometimes. You can't get it right 100% of the time. There's going to be some wrongful arrests. That's unfortunately that's a side effect of, well, innocent until proven guilty. At least that's how it's supposed to be here in America. And I'm not going to get into that bag of words. Let's just keep going with the video. Solution. We blew her the fuck up with the guillotine. What? Sister agents located court folders with all the names of the criminals that the subject let free. After threatening to expose the folders to the world, the subject quit as a judge. Judge was then found murdered by suspect 5 days later. Status: deceased, killed by subject 5. Who is subject 5 that is doing all this stuff? Well, we're gonna get the subject 5. It's like all this build up. It's like this guy's the mastermind behind everything. What is it? The main bad guy of frickin' Era of Dueling, whose name escapes me at the moment. You know who I mean. Call in the sister agent. This man in blue his nose. Call the sister agents. And all this stuff's gonna be very important in the next episode of blanking. Well, the next episode that Spooky releases, I mean to say. It's important that we get to this. That's why I'm covering it. Anyway, next. Subject 4, corrupt minister. He's so happy to be corrupt. Sins, lobbies for more difficult trials in the name of fair play. Isn't that... Does it all to appease subject 5. Crimes, redacted. Method, non-applicable. So he just took on hard trials to appease subject 5. What's the crime? I mean, it's messed up that... I mean, yeah, it's kind of like forced that he's taking on all these hard things, but it's like... What's the crime? The method is not applicable. Yeah, because there's not really any crime going on here. I mean, if anything, he's being blackmailed by Subject 5, so he's a victim. Solution. We threw him into a ditch. Before any sister agents could get to the subject, Subject 5 had already gotten to him. Oh, great. Subject's body was found dangling from his organs on a flagpole in front of one of Subject 5's face. Good lord! We Friday the 13th, not Friday the 13th, it's Nightmare on Elm Street, this mother flipper. I think it was Nightmare on Elm Street 2, the guy had a nightmare where he was like, his blood veins were like puppet strings. That's what I remember from it anyway. Soon after sister agents tried to hunt down Subject 5, we are still working on it. Oh, but you're taking your sweet ass time on that one, of course. You'll just do the other ones and blow... Why don't you just get the Little Miss Dual Spirit Burner and just have them blow it the fuck up? Where Subject 5 just too competent for sister. Ugh, jeez. It's gonna be freaking Kyle Takahashi or something. Or Samuel Smith. Good lord, that's just messed up. He didn't do anything wrong! All he did was taking on hard cases! What was the... Why did you even deploy any sister agent? I mean, I guess he deployed sister agent because he was tied into Subject 5, so he was a lead. So I guess that's why Subject 5 took him out, because you're an accomplice, essentially, and I need to make sure that no one knows about me. So that's why he had to execute him. I don't think he needed to do it so graphically, but it's to send a warning, I guess. Good lord. Just, ugh, what a terrible way to go. Although I can't blame this one on the government. Subject 5, the big kahuna himself. The Prime Minister. Oh, Gyro. It was all Gyro's doing. I should have fucking known. Oh my god. Crimes: murder, attempted murder, enforced suicide, attempted genocide, vandalism, property damage, property destruction, theft, fraud, plagiarism, embezzlement, arson, grave robbing, breaking and entering, armed robbery, smuggling, abuse and torture, assault and battery, kidnapping, false imprisonment, forceful confinement, drug possession, assorted terrorism, war crimes, blackmailing, framing, incrimination, tyranny, scapegoating, submitting false evidence in court, obstruction of criminal investigation, obstruction of justice, slander and libel, contempt of court, violation of firearm laws, hit and run, forgery of divine cards, he faked a god, counterfeiting cards, counterfeiting illegal cards. You know, it... You know what's funny? When I saw the card, my brain went, oh right, this is a Yu-Gi-Oh tie-in. It's like, oh no, there wasn't much, except for Astropia. It's like, what was the Yu-Gi-Oh tie-in? He's also forging fake cards. Honestly, the sad thing is I read all this stuff out, and I'm willing to bet if this was like in an actual testimony, it would be like, and that concludes page 1 of 597. 597? You must have gone with the short version of the book. We all only have so much time in life. Good lord. That is one of those cases where it's like, you see the face of Gyro and it's like, it all makes sense now! Solution! There isn't one yet. He's the Prime Minister. S.I.S.T.E.R has been tallying up every crime the current Prime Minister of Astropia has in an effort to take him down. And yet, he has escaped all forms of justice thus far. We will continue our efforts to take him down and to bring peace to our great nation. Yeah, I trust an artificial intelligence government much more than I trust Gyro. These revelations may come as shocking or disturbing, but fret not. These matters are not for you, my dear citizens. Remember, Big Sister is always watching over you. These people will not hurt you anymore. Persephone Kruger. I believe you oh so much. It's messed up no matter what you do. You see, the thing is, it's like a case of lose-lose in a scenario, because I don't know if I trust either of these people, because because Gyro will lie on camera. So it'd be like, Gyro's insane, but at least he tells you up front. No, Gyro lies to the camera. So no one's trustworthy in this. Honestly, I'd have more respect for a politician that just told me straight up what he was actually going to do in office. You'd be like, well, at least you were honest. I'm going to murder everyone and do all these crimes. Well, you told me what was on the ballot, so I can't really blame anyone but myself. Well, unless I didn't vote for you, but that's something entirely. Imagine with Gyro, I'd be like, you didn't vote for me. Death! I wouldn't be surprised if S.I.S.T.E.R was working with Gyro in some regard. But if they're enemy forces, they're enemy forces. Isn't that right, Miss Fusion God? That's right. Where did that come from? Either way, that's good setup for the next episode. So yeah, well done, Spooky. You've really hyped up the next episode of just being like, what is S.I.S.T.E.R? What does it do? What has it been doing behind the scenes? And who's its opponent? Right now it's the Prime Minister. Quests! I just remembered, it was quests. Yu-Gi-Oh! Quests. Thank goodness I remembered before I hit stop, before I stopped recording. Thank God. At least there's that. Thank Ra. At least there's that. I don't trust S.I.S.T.E.R, but then again, that's because I don't trust the government, so, you know. It is what it is. At least it was a well-done thing and made it really... It did seem like a public service announcement. It just wouldn't be like, oh yes, S.I.S.T.E.R is totally watching out for us. Yeah, and the sky is green. But whatever. Wow. You know what the sad thing is? I can totally see it's the case that S.I.S.T.E.R is literally doing everything in its power to try to take this guy down, and Gyro doesn't even know they exist. She's like, people are after me? Master Gyro, we have people after you. Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down? Or something messed up. I don't know. I'm sure that Spooky can come with much better things for Gyro to say, given he's Spooky's favorite character. well done and spooky, and we'll get. So yeah, good job on this one. And I'm looking forward to the next episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Quest, and I'll get to it like 2 or 3 weeks after the fact, or I'll forget. With me, you can't tell. Or as soon as you want me to get to it. Either way, later.